What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to another episode of this week's Fan Mail of the Week. I am your host, of course, Alex from UnrealEntGaming, and today, guys, I have a lot of great questions to answer. First and foremost, I've come to the agreement with myself, and I've come to the ultimate conclusion that if I can get 10,000 views on one of these upcoming fan mails, guys, whether it be this one or the next one or whatever the case may be, I will promise to do the longest fan mail of the week that I have ever done before. So this can go into 5 hours, 6 hours, whatever the case may be. I am willing to do it for all of you guys, and it's actually quite simple to send me messages this time. All you have to do is go on my channel, go to the About section, and right there it's going to say send message. So there you guys go. So let's not waste any time on this hot day. Let's begin with our first question of the day, which is from a female, of course, and ladies first. Here we go, guys, with our first question, which is from Marissa Cruz. Hey Alex, Marissa here again. Thank you for answering my questions last week. It really means a lot to me. And here are some questions for you, cutie. Stop. All right, here we go. Question 1. Have you ever been to prom? If so, how many have you been to and what was it like? Question 2. I know Super Saiyan 3 is stronger than 2, but would Super Saiyan 3 Gotenks be stronger than a Super Saiyan 2 Vegeta? I don't think he would be, seeing how Vegeta is a more experienced fighter and both Trunks and Goten are just kids. That's a very interesting point. Question 3, if there was a zombie outbreak, would you save me? Wink face. Question 4, will you ever stop doing YouTube when you are married? I really hope not. Thanks again for answering my questions. Like always, love you, Alex. Bye. All right, thank you. That really means a lot to me. To answer your first question, as you can see right there, that was me during prom. Yes, I went to prom. I actually went to 2 proms. I went to my prom, and then the year after I graduated, there was a girl who wanted to go with me, so I went with her to prom. And yeah, I went twice actually, and that was from my prom. I'm just gonna show you mine because I rarely have any pictures with her, but that was my prom right there back in 2010, and I really missed it. It was pretty cool. I mean, everybody was all dressed up. I was looking sexy as hell. But yeah, that was me at prom. To answer your second question, you kind of got a point there. Vegeta being the more experienced fighter compared to a bunch of kids who just, you know, magically hit Super Saiyan 3 just by, you know, I mean, but then again, they hit it together. They didn't really hit Super Saiyan 3 separately. But I think if it was Super Saiyan 3 Gotenks versus Super Saiyan 2 Vegeta, I do think that Super Saiyan 3 Gotenks would win, and this is why I say why. Even though Gotenks proved that he couldn't hold his own against Super Buu, because Super Buu was obviously toying with him, I do believe that, you know, Super Buu versus Super Saiyan 2 Vegeta would be a slaughter, you know, therefore being, you know, for the simple fact that Super Buu would annihilate Vegeta. So for me, judging on their fight experience, definitely Vegeta, but judging on their power levels, definitely Gotenks. To answer your third question, if there was a zombie outbreak, would I save you? Of course I would save you, but the thing is, do I have to sacrifice myself or something? Like, you know, like you're just stuck in the middle of like a highway or something on top of like your bus, and I have to like come running through like a horde of zombies to like get you off that bus and just like, you know, wrap a rope around my freaking waist and just jump off the bridge, and hopefully the rope won't snap or something. We'll make it down safely. I don't know, but I definitely save you. But the real question is, would you save me? To answer your fourth question, even when I'm married, I doubt I'm gonna stop YouTube. If anything, I'm probably gonna get my wife to do YouTube with me. That'd be pretty cool. You know, you're gonna have a husband and wife commentary. I'll probably, you know, just convince her to make her own channel. That way we can just go at it, me and her, just like husband versus wife. That'd be pretty cool. But thank you for your question, Marissa. On to the next question, which is in video format, and it is from 101R Smith, my boy. Here we go.
What's up, Unreal Entertainment Gaming, aka Alex? What's up, man? It's 101R Smith. Sorry I haven't given you any questions in a while. My life's been kind of busy. I really appreciate the last time I did ask questions. You did put it on a video, but you still answered them. I thought that was pretty dope of you to do that. So I got a couple of questions I've been saving up for the last couple of weeks. My first question is, how do you feel that with the new generation of systems, the Xbox One and the PlayStation 4, that there aren't any backwards compatibility? I know that happened with PlayStation 3 for the most part in its later iterations, but how do you feel that you can't save your games from 360 to 1 or PS3 to PS4? My second question is, do you feel that WrestleManias have to be in a stadium, or they could be anywhere? I know they want them to be big, but do they always have to be in stadiums? And if they do you think maybe in the next maybe 5 to 7 years, maybe WrestleMania could be in Japan or UK or Australia? Just wondering that. Third question. I know they said it would take 2 years for Battle of Gods to get to US in a dubbed version, but do you think with the announcement that it's coming to DVD in September in Japan, will you try to get the official Japanese DVD and watch it, or will you still wait until it's dubbed to get the DVD? I want to grow long hair. I'm working on it. It's kind of messed up now because I just kind of woke up, but do you have any tips on how to make it grow faster, how to keep it? And my final question is, how long do you take until we find out more from a Dragon Ball Z game? Because I know the last kind of newish one was Ultimate Tenkaichi back in 11. I know we had the Budokai HD collection that came out in November, but we haven't had a brand new Dragon Ball Z game in 2 years. So, do you think it'll be announced at E3, or do we have to wait until a little longer? Thanks for updating. I hope because my birthday's coming up that we get to see each other. I'm hoping June 14th.
That was awesome, man. June 14th, I'm going to try my best to see if I don't have practice or if I don't have a work schedule going on. And for your birthday, I'm going to try to get the gerbil dick himself, Paul, to join me. And if he can't make it, then I'm going to try my best to come see you for your birthday, man. But thank you for the video response, actually. Now, to answer your first question, dude, it's terrible. Think about it, man. It's like we're wasting so much money on the PS3 and the Xbox 360. You know, I mean, we're all getting exclusive games, and we're all getting accessories for it, like, you know, Triton headsets, Turtle Beach headsets, you know, Astros, gaming controllers, video games, Microsoft points, PSN cards, 360 Live. It's like we're paying so much for these shits now, all for nothing. It's like, what the fuck, man? You know, to me, I think both Microsoft and Sony fucked up by not integrating a backwards capability system. That just makes no sense. I mean, their excuse is, well, you can go download them off the cloud or off Gaikai or whatever the fuck it is. It's like, yeah, but do you have to pay a fee? I mean, if the games are downloadable free, like if you can get to freaking download them for free, then yeah, I mean, shit, I wouldn't complain. But judging based on, you know, what both Sony and Microsoft offered, I mean, it's impressive, but it's not as impressive as what we all thought or what we all should be seeing. With technology these days, I mean, we should be able to play our old games and our new ones. Why the fuck not? I mean, why must we have restrictions? You know, yet again, here we go with Microsoft and Sony labeling and putting restrictions on their consoles. I can understand Microsoft doing it because they're afraid of piracy and, you know, people pirating games and doing all this illegal shit for the 360 and whatnot for the Xbox One. But for the PS4, it's like, come on, man. Why can't you guys integrate a backwards capability system? It's just like, come on, man. It's very disappointing for me. I don't know about you, man, but I mean, judging by the way you asked me that question, you must have been disappointed too, because I know I sure am. That's pretty much, we have to keep our consoles. Just, dude, if you have PS3 360, keep your consoles. Don't throw it away. Don't throw anything away. Don't sell anything. I mean, times are tough, but don't. I mean, one day you're gonna look back and you're gonna be like, damn, this was worth it. To answer your second question, wrestling do you mean wrestling in general? Because if it's WWE, then they have to be in stadiums, because WWE is presented and represented as this global phenomenon, like this juggernaut of a company. And, you know, when you have something so supreme and so big, you know, you have to go all out. You know, why would you have a multi-billion-dollar company inside of a venue that can only hold 5,000 people? You know what I mean? That's just like ridiculous, number one. Inside of a stadium, definitely for WWE. But they do go to Japan, they go to China, they go all over the place. You know, like you can actually go on their website and actually see all the places that they do go to. It's pretty grueling. And one day I wish, dude, like that's my dream, to be in the WWE. And you know, I don't really care about the traveling and all that stuff. I'm willing to do it. But if you guys think for 1 second that I'm going to stop doing YouTube because I'm there, you must be out of your mind, because I'll pull out my freaking my smartphone and I'll start recording while I'm going to the venue. You know what I mean? Like, that's just me. Like, I would never stop doing this for anybody or for anything. But wrestling in general, if you're talking TNA, ROH, you know, VPW, all that kind of stuff, like indie wrestling, like Dragon Gate, New Japan Pro Wrestling, then yeah, they have to be like in really small arenas and venues, because they're not big enough to be in stadiums because they don't have a large enough fan base. As for the Battle of Gods DVD, woo, I'm getting that shit. Fucking, I don't care if it's in Japan, I don't care if it's German, I don't care if aliens dubbed that shit. I'm still getting it because I watched it in the most terrible quality. And I really want to see the part with Majin Buu again, because that really, the people who were in that theater, you know, really fucked it up. Buu said something, it was just a whole back and forth thing, and pretty much like the people that were in front of the guy pretty much stood up and walked away. I don't know what they did, but it kind of intervened with the, you know, screen that the guy was filming on. So I really want to see about that. If you guys haven't already done so, check out my new Dragon Ball Z Battle of Gods update that involves the new DVDs and whatnot. Long hair advice. As you can see right here, this is when I had long hair. Pretty much there's no tips. But this is what you have to do. Listen. You can't wash your hair every single day, because that will start to, you know, you'll start to lose hair little by little. Like maybe once every 2 days would be good, but this is what you have to do. You have to stick with one product, like you can't use any other shampoo product, because when you put too many products in your hair, that's gonna, you know, burn your scalp. It's gonna fuck up your scalp, you know, and that's where your hair grows off of. You don't want to do that. You don't want to fuck your scalp up. You want to give your hair the nutrients they need and the vitamins and whatnot. Definitely, I mean, just go at your local Rite Aid and just ask for products that pretty much can support your hair and add nutrients and minerals. But once you buy that product, you have to stick with that product. You can't wash your hair with Axe or fucking body wash or whatever the hell, or soap or whatever. You can't do that, because then you're gonna fuck your hair up. From then on in, just make sure you take care of it by pretty much, if it gets long enough, just kind of brush it. Make sure it's like straight or whatnot. Just, you know, make sure your hair isn't like tangled up, or make sure it's like not in like knots or whatever. Because if your hair is in knots, then it's bad. I remember mine was. I was like, oh shit. But that's pretty much that. And as for the new Dragon Ball Z game, man, I've been waiting on this for 2 years, man. It's pissing me off. But Bandai has announced that they're gonna supposedly announce a new Dragon Ball Z game this year. So I don't know if this is true or not. I mean, I've been searching everywhere, and you know, it's 50-50 for me. I don't see why not. You know, they should do it. This is the right fucking moment. I mean, everybody's into Dragon Ball Z now, so what the hell? But for me, honestly, I don't see another Dragon Ball Z game until next year, maybe, if we're lucky. And that's because I don't know what's up with, you know, Bandai or whoever makes these games, but they really need to get on their A game, because if not, they're going to lose a very valuable franchise. I think they should sell it to somebody else who can keep producing the product, because what the fuck. But 101 R. Smith, I will see you June 14th. Me and you have to talk, because I want to see when I can get a hold of you. I don't know when June 14th falls on. I don't know what day that falls on. That's actually my friend's birthday too, AJ. AJ, if you're watching this, happy birthday. And I can't come that day to Alabama because I'm going to be in New York. So. But yeah, thank you for the question, man. And I hope to speak from you soon. On to the next question, everybody, which is from Ryan in Ireland.
Hello, Alex. My name is Ryan. I come from Ireland. This is for Fan Mail of the Week video format. You asked for some. I decided to give you one. Question 1. I know you've heard this question millions of times, but I'm just going to get right to the point here. Try and make a new series, a saga of Battle of God. Dragon Ball Z. Sorry, jeez. You're not allowed to have a continuation from Battle of Gods. What would it be? Secondly, what characters would be in it? Would you introduce any new ones? Any old ones? Ones you've never seen before? Anything? Question number 3. More of a statement. Last time I asked you a question you answered, I didn't believe in God. That's changed. I do believe in God now. What you said to me really sunk in. What the fuck would I say to God, honestly? I have not gone to confession, but I really do repent for everything I've done. Fourthly, have you ever heard of a website called Fan Fiction? You haven't? I have a story up there. called We Are Just Saints. Get it? Probably don't. And it's about if Brody had children, how they'd fit in the world. They're not evil. Yeah, just a boy and the girl. The girl's 16. The boy is 7. The boy is exactly like Brody, except he's good. And this is a disclaimer. I did not know. Me and my co-writer were spitballing names for the characters because I had the personality and all sorted. And we planned this before I was really subscribed. I just subscribed it. I liked whenever I was subscribed. I didn't really watch all their past videos, and then later on I kind of did. I was looking for a name for the boy. The girl was named after a Pokemon. Raichu. Anyway, so my co-writer said, "Why not Raycon?" I said, "That sounds pretty good. I'll try to include it in it." I included it in it. I posted the first chapter up with the names Raichu and Raycon. I looked past your other videos and I saw you had the video from before I posted the chapter. I was like, shit. Now, there are some differences between your Raycon and my Raycon. First of all, my Raycon spells his name with a K instead of a C. But anyway, I just want to say, if it pissed you off or anything that I used that name, I'm sorry, I did not know. It's just from the bottom of my head, I did not know. Fifthly, fucking hell, I can't count today. Fifthly, have you ever heard of the book series known as Cirque du Freak by Darren Shan? If you haven't, check them out. They're about a boy named Darren Shan. Basically, it's a normal enough life until a freak show comes to town. And things go forth from there. It's pretty good. It's about a vampire and all that. But no, not Sparkle in the Dark vampire. Classic vampires with a few twists. I have 6 of them. No. Oh, P.S. Kamehameha! Oh no, yeah, 60. Have you ever heard of a YouTube called KSI? Oh, legit ABT. Don't know how to spell it. It's KSIOLAJIDEBT. He's English, but he's fucking hilarious. Now, not where you go like, Baga. He actually says funny shit. First of all, I don't know how to do the face now, but it's really funny. You should check him out. Honestly, from the bottom of my heart, check him out. He's fucking brilliant. Sorry for the language. And yeah, thanks from Ireland. Yeah, trying to place that accent the whole video. It's Irish. We're not top of the morning. Alright, thank you. Goodbye.
Thank you for the video, man. That was pretty cool. You know what I like, though? You have Scarface in the background. That was so boss-like. You are the fucking man, my friend. To answer your first question, a new Battle of God series. Personally, for me, the pictures that you're looking at right now, this is exactly what I would do. I would add new characters. I would introduce former characters as well, like future Trunks. Possibly, introduce Vegeta's new forms like Super Saiyan 3 and whatnot. But for me, Battle of Gods, after Battle of Gods, if I were to do a continuation, if it was given to me, I would pretty much incorporate Bills and Whis right off the bat, because in the first movie, we didn't really see them do too much. I mean, we saw Bills. He was a boss, man. He beat the shit out of Goku. I mean, we saw that. And Goku was like, in that universe, Goku cannot be messed with, And just for a purple cat to just flick him off with a finger and just knock him out, I mean, come on. That is really scary. So following that, if I were to do a continuation of Battle of Gods, I would pretty much incorporate the fusions, Vegito, Gogeta, and I would make them fight in their base forms like Super Saiyan 1, Super Saiyan 2, and I would make them lose, because from there, you throw in the whole hope factor into the series. Like, do they have any hope left? From there, they don't have to turn into Super Saiyan gods. They can turn into Super Saiyan 3s. I mean, we saw pictures of these guys. We saw, characters. So why not incorporate a Super Saiyan 3 fusion of Vegeta or Gogeta? Following that, I would reintroduce Trunks. I would actually make Gohan transform as well, possibly into a Super Saiyan 3. I would go further and beyond with the story before I introduce the other 12 gods. But Bills is actually said to be the weakest. He is the weakest of the 12 gods. And that's just really scary, because if he beat the crap out of Super Saiyan God Goku and he's the weakest, then, oh my god, Akira Toriyama has to pick this up. I mean, listen, when I made my Battle of Gods videos and I was telling you guys to go spread them, we spread them. You guys all spread them. The videos got hundreds and thousands of views, millions of views, but guess what? Our voice were heard. Funimation, Toei Animation, 20th Century Fox, they saw this. They saw this because they released statements on their official pages. There were people that were giving us controversy saying, oh, screw Dragon Ball Z, it's all about Gundam, it's all about One Piece, blah, blah, blah. And that's fine and all. But the bottom line is they heard us. They heard our voices. They heard and they know that we want Dragon Ball Z. So they're going to release, what they're going to release in September. You got to go watch my new video to find that out. But the thing is, from here on in, will they do an English dub? Will Akira Toriyama start working on the second movie ASAP? Will he do another series? Who knows, man? As much as I would like to think it's in our hands, it's actually in Akira Toriyama's hands. So, pretty much when you just told me that I converted you, that made me feel so good, because like I said, it's not about questioning. It's all about just having faith. I mean, all right, granted, a lot of people often say, well, if God were real, I want him to turn water into Coca-Cola. Like, come on, dude. Like use whatever brain cells you have, Personally, for me, that's just my belief. I would much rather die and be proven wrong that there wasn't a God, and just say, okay, fine, I was wrong, than die and then have to stand in front of this being and be in complete fear. And it's not just because this is the misconstrued, this is the misconception. A lot of people often say, well, God's going to punish you because you didn't believe. No, God will punish you not only because you didn't believe, but you went out of your way to follow in the footsteps of people like Aleister Crowley, which Aleister Crowley even interpreted that, people should always do what they want, even if it's horrible, which he encouraged horrible things. He encouraged people to get abortions, to do murder, to do rape, to do genocide. He wanted to bathe in children's blood. And there are people, surprisingly, that do that, So, Aleister Crowley's famous quote is, do what thou shalt, or do what thou will. That's against the Lord, And granted, we're all sinners. I mean, we all curse and whatnot, but every single thing can be forgiven except for one. There's only one thing that cannot be forgiven, and that's the rejection of the Holy Spirit. Granted, if there are atheists watching this, that's fine. I don't judge atheists because they don't believe, in God. For me, it's just, if you're atheist, fine. There's nothing I can pretty much say to you to change your mind. You want physical proof? You're going to get it. I mean, who's to say there's nothing after when we die? You know what I mean? So it goes much deeper. Like, who is a creator to prove himself to his creation? That makes no sense. For a little creation to go, hey, if you're real, I want you to do. No, it just doesn't work like that. I know if I was God and some of you guys were demanding to see me or see any proof of me, I would laugh. I'd be like, really? I'm God. You guys are just my creation. Why would I want to turn your water into Coca-Cola just because you asked for it? Do you know what I mean? That's what I'm getting at. As for the Raikon story, I don't really mind it at all, dude. I'm actually happy you did that. You got to send me the link to your little episodes and stuff like that, because I really want to look forward to that. And you said you changed the name from a C to a K. I don't really mind that at all. My original plan for Raikon was, what if Broly had a son? That would be crazy, because his powers would transfer over to his son, but his son also would start off at such a powerful level that as he gets older and trains and fights and does whatever, he becomes even more powerful than his father, like 10 times more powerful. Especially if Broly, possibly mated with another Saiyan, or let alone a god, or maybe even a supreme god, like maybe the South Supreme Kai or something like that. Like, I mean, we don't know. But for me, it was like a what if, like, what if Broly had a son? That would be Raikon. And for me, it's just like, I really want to check your story out because now I'm really interested, you know. And as for the fan fiction, I didn't check it out. I'm actually gonna do it later today. My friend was actually telling me something about that, and he told me to go check it out, but I actually forgot because I'm always busy, man. It's like I do check out a lot of stuff that you guys recommend to me, and a lot of it is good. A lot of it is just like, what the fuck? And so that's just pretty much that. As for KSI, I haven't seen or heard from him. I actually have to go check him out, especially if he's doing like freaking funny things, like, you know what I mean? It's just like, I want to go see that. So as for KSI itself, I had a former member in my clan that was KSI, and he converted, and he pretty much told me that KSI was not too shabby. So yeah. And about the book, you gotta just, you know, send me a message on that book because I really didn't get your interpretation of the book. Also, try not to cover your speakerphone or your mic next time you're gonna talk into the camera, because like, I don't know if you noticed, but as you saw, part of the video was like kind of like, you know, scratchy because you were moving it around too much or whatnot. But you're awesome, my friend. Greetings from America, the place of like, what the hell. So thank you for your questions, man. On to the next question, which is from Self206. Hey, Alex, just got done watching Fan Mail, and I thought I'd go ahead and send you some questions. Hopefully, I won't take too much of your time. So I saw your wrestling videos, and dude, you're a beast. All right, on to the cues. Thank you, man. Question 1, have you got a new chair? Question 2, I just saw, well, you put say, but I just saw Fast 6, and I really loved it. In your opinion, what is better, Iron Man 3 or Fast and Furious 6? I like Fast 6 better. Question 3, are you going to be watching E3 this year? Question 4, in Dragon Ball Z, why does Gohan never turn Super Saiyan after he trains with the Grand Kai? I mean, I know he's as strong as one, but if he turns Super Saiyan, wouldn't his power go up? Thank you for taking your time to answer my questions, and hope you have a good day. By the way, more women should send you fan mail. It would be interesting to see their points of views. I mean, if you can get me girls to send me fan mail, that'd be great, because I really want to get their views too, because guys and girls have different questions and perspectives. But thank you for your question, man. To answer your first question, absolutely not. I don't know if you can hear it. Listen to it. Watch. Oh, crap. Well, I don't know if you can hear that, but this chair is squeaky shit piece of crap. I haven't gotten a new chair. I'm actually going to save up for a new chair. That's exactly what I'm going to do. And a wireless mic so I can do fan mail wirelessly. You know, therefore I can just go on for days. You'll have a fan mail that's going to last like 200 fucking hours. Can you imagine that shit? To answer your second question, Iron Man 3 and Fast 6. Shit. Man, you really put me on the spot now, did you? Iron Man 3 was great, but Fast 6's story was better. That's exactly what I'm going to go for. Fast and Furious 6 had a better story and a much more dynamic, atmosphere going on, while Iron Man 3 was just like a big, head scratcher. It's like, well, what's Robert Downey Jr. going to do? Like, is he going to come back for the next Iron Man? Is he going to be in the Avengers? Because we all know he wants more money. So that left us scratching our heads. The whole Mandarin thing pissed everybody off. The end credits pissed everybody off. They only had Bruce Banner and fucking Tony Stark talking. That was basically it. We were all expecting to see something epic. Whereas in Fast 6, right after the credits or right after the opener or whatever, ending of the movie, we saw, spoiler alert, Jason Statham come out of nowhere and kill Han, blow his car up, and pretty much say, Dominic Toretto, you don't know me, but you're about to. That shit was fucking awesome, man. I was just like, oh my god. To answer your third question, abso-fucking-lutely, I'm definitely going to be watching E3 this year. This is the first E3 in many years that I've been excited for. I haven't legitimately watched and sat down and watched E3 since 2007. So that just says a lot right there. And to answer your fourth question, why doesn't Gohan go Super Saiyan? Well, because I don't think there's any need to. But then again, it's like maybe they fucked up on their part with the whole thing. Like, oh, well, if he's getting beat, why can't he just transform? I doubt the transformation level will, increase his power so much so. I mean, but then again, we don't know that. I mean, we saw him go Super Saiyan in Battle of Gods once. He did go Super Saiyan when he gave his power to his father. But I don't know. Just to me, it's like that left me wondering. Well, hey, why didn't he transform against Super Buu? That's. But pretty much, I don't think it would have made a difference. So, but thank you for your question, man. On to the next question, which is from Rego. Hey man, nice to hear you answer my questions last week. You said who I'd rather pick, Bala or Bulma. I would pick Bala because she's hotter than her mom at any age. Anyway, question time. Question 1. If Goku and Vegeta had an arm wrestle, who would win? They both can be Super Saiyan 2, Super Saiyan 2, Super Saiyan 3, Super Saiyan 4, Super Saiyan God, and their position as well as Goku confused and clone Vegeta into Gogeta does. It's the same with Vegeta. Okay. Question 2. Why can't female Saiyans and Saiyan hybrids turn into Super Saiyans? P.S. I checked it out at the end of Majin Buu Saga's Krillin power level was, wow, was it really? 325 million. However, Frieza's is only 120 million. Therefore, Krillin's is nearly 3 times stronger than his wife, which is 40 million. Well, 400 million. What the hell? P.S. Did you get a chance to see the film In Time? In Time or End Time, huh? P.S. Fuck you, Scraps! P.S. says, fuck all you saying Yamcha's shit. He could be fucking beat the crap out of everybody on this planet. Oh, shit. To answer your first question, that's kind of hard. Goku or Vegeta in an arm wrestling contest. I feel like Vegeta would win because he tricked Goku. He'd be like, Kakarot, look, food. And Goku would be like, oh my god, food. And I think Vegeta would win. As for transformation levels, I still think it would be hard, guys. I think it would be a stalemate, but unless Vegeta tricks Goku, then it's a stalemate. And to answer your last question about the females, I really don't know why. I mean, how many female Saiyans have we saw that were actually good? You know, all of them were bad. We have yet to see we have yet to see a good Saiyan woman. So that just gives me, you know, the impression that all the women that were on that planet, on planet Vegeta, that were Saiyans were bad because in order to transform, you must either be, you know, good and skillful or bad and skillful, and apparently they weren't that skillful because they all got wiped out. So, but thank you for your question, man. On to the next question, which is from this guy, David Brad. Yo, dog, got some questions for you, and thanks for answering my questions in the last two fan mails. Okay, here we go. Question 1: could you please do a let's play on either Pokemon X or Y for the 3DS? You may have to buy a 3DS. That's true. Question 3. Okay, question 2. Question 2. How do you feel about the Shield holding the WWE US and Tag titles? Question 3. I've been watching the Buu Saga via YouTube, and I was wondering why is Gohan's Great Saiyaman gimmick such a dorky thing? Question 4. I hate Goku. Vegeta all the way. Not a question. Question 5. What do you think of me wanting to chase my dream of being a pro wrestler? Very interesting. Just wanted to say that every time I go work out. When I go to work, I'm in a line to cook to say Alex's voice, screw you, Grail! Oh, shit. P.S. Fuck you, I'm just screw you, Obama! And Vidal is hot. How did Gohan tap that? Well, he tapped that because he has like a 20-pack. That's why. To answer your first question, X and Y look very good. I'm just scratching my head on why do they call it X and Y? Like, out of all things, why didn't they call it Pokemon Brown or Pokemon fucking, like, you know, magenta? Like, why do they have to call it X and Y? What's next? W and Z? I mean, seriously. But I don't mind. I mean, I'll try to see if I can get the game via computer, and I'll do a let's play there because that would be really good on my opinion, because I want to see the next generation of Pokemon. I want to see how they're going to be, and it's going to be in 3D. So to answer your second question, I like the idea that they're holding the titles, but there's something missing about them. For me, I think the best stable was Evolution, because Evolution legitly had people that had mic skills, they had the talent, and just their overall story. I mean, yeah, they would jump you in packs like the Shield, but they would completely decimate you, like, you know what I mean? The Shield, I think it's kind of like a little rip-off of them. You know, 2 out of the 3 men in that group possess talent, and, you know, possibly 1 out of the 3 men possess mic skills, whereas in Evolution, you had everybody who had mic skills, everybody had skill, and, I mean, right now I don't have a problem with them, but how long until the Shield actually breaks up? That's the question. To answer your third question, why was the Great Saiyaman gimmick such a dorky thing? I think it was meant to be dorky because Gohan didn't want to reveal his identity to the people, so why not pretend to be a superhero? Because remember, superheroes have dorky gimmicks too, you know, so I think that's where he was getting at. He wanted to be a superhero rather than just the savior of the planet. You hate Goku, you love Vegeta? Well, I love Goku and I love Vegeta. I mean, I don't hate either or, but tell me why you hate Goku. That's what I want to know. And to answer your last question, what are my thoughts on that? Go ahead, dude. Just go for it. I mean, if that's your dream, just why give up on it? It's going to be hard. It's going to be very hard. Trust me, it's hard now for me. I'm already doing my thing, and it's just I'm trying to get booked, and it's hard as hell, man. Especially when you're not built to be 6'8", 400 pounds of muscle, you know. So for you, my advice is just, if that's your dream, do it. If that's not your dream and you have something else, do it. No matter what it is, just sacrifice some things in order for you to move on, and just, you know, why would you want to not pursue your dreams? You know, that leaves me scratching my head. And the next time you walk into your job, just do it, dude. I said that one time when I walked into my job. I said, "Fuck you, champ," really loud. My manager's like, "What'd you just say?" I was like, "Nothing." And so if you just want to walk in, just say "F you, grill." That'd be the best, because especially if somebody sees you, they're gonna be like, "What the fuck is wrong with this guy? He does not want to be at work today." But thank you for your question, man. On to the next question, which is from Andrew Suzak. Hey, Alex, keep Mind Wars up and go Team Alex. Fuck yeah. Fuck Team Gerbil Dicks. All right, question 1. What fusion would win, Gogeta or the fusion of Superman and Batman, and why? What the fuck? Question 2. Did you watch Fast and Furious 6? Question 3. What move is stronger, the Final Flash or the Kamehameha? Question 4. Who would win, Bills or Super Saiyan 4 Vegeta and Super Saiyan God Goku? Question 5. Who is better, Chris Paul or Derrick Rose, and why? Ooh, no, you did not just throw a basketball question at me. Question 6. Who would win, Mortal Kombat or Dragon Ball Z, and why? Question 7. Who do you think is going to win the NBA playoffs, and why? Question 8. Who is your favorite football team? Thanks for answering, Alex. P.S. Kamehameha! All right, to answer your first question, if we're talking about regular Gogeta, then Gogeta would lose. Unless Gogeta becomes a Super Saiyan 3, then I think Gogeta. But then again, I mean, having a fusion of Batman and Superman, Jesus Christ, what would you call him? Like, Super Batman? It's like, what? That'd be really interesting, though, like, to have them combined. But, damn, physical skill, that would be really, really, really hard for me to, like, dictate and pretty much judge, because, I mean, just looking at both characters, they're both very different. To answer your second question, yes, I have. If you haven't already done so, go check out my Fast and Furious 6 live review and discussion when I was in the theater live with my camera. So if you guys want to go check that out, check that out. To answer your third question, for me, I think it's Final Flash, because unless it's a Super Kamehameha, then the Final Flash takes it for me. To answer your fourth question, once again, Bills beat Super Saiyan God Goku, and what makes you think Super Saiyan 4 Vegeta can actually stand up against them? Absolutely no way. He decimated them both. To answer your fifth question, oh shit, I would say Chris Paul, but I like D Rose, man. I would say Chris Paul. I'm not gonna go in depth why. I'm just gonna say Chris Paul. I don't want to start up a whole controversy here. To answer your sixth question, obviously Dragon Ball Z, because the Mortal Kombat guys, they can't really fly or do anything out of the norm, so they get decimated. To answer your seventh question, unfortunately, the winners will be the Miami Heat. I can bet you my bottom dollar on that, because it just seems like the Heat are gonna take it, man, as fucking always. And I don't have anything against the Heat. I just have something against LeBron James. And to answer your last question, who is my favorite football team? It is the New York Giants. If it's not the Giants, it's the Patriots. If it's not the Patriots, it's the Saints. And if it's not the Saints, then, well, I'm all out of teams. So, thank you for your question, man. On to the next question, which is from Super Candy. Oh, God, look at this. How are you doing, Alex? Great. Okay. Oh, fucking ass. All right. About you doing Aliens Colonial Marines game, the only thing I liked about that game was the intro and the mission, the Raven, and the ending is complete bullshit. And I got the limited edition for $15. You want to know why? Because it's dog shit. It is dog shit, dude. That's why I stopped doing it. Only multiplayer had a little bit of fun. Plus, if I was rich, I would buy a freaking car. I swear to God, and I would buy you a car. Thank you, man. But let's get on to the questions. About the games in the video you made. Best games. Gears of War All Series. SmackDown vs. Raw 2002, 2007, 2008, 2009, 2010. The Darkness 1 and 2. Metro 2033. Assassin's Creed Revelations. Worst games. What was that? Clive Barker's Jericho? Forza Motorsport 2. Crash on PS2. Crackdown 2. And the UFC Undisputed. Okay. Oh, so you're responding to that. Okay. All right, question 1. Ever seen an angry dog? Question 2. Tell me if this is crazy, but would Ryback beat Undertaker easily? Question 3. Why is John Cena winning every match? It's getting boring to watch him wrestle. Question 4. So wait, you wrestle, you work, make fan mails, that last forever, and put videos out every day. How are you still alive? Good question. Good fucking question. Good question. I can't even answer that. Question 5. What would you do if a friend got snatched by a crocodile? Oh my shit. First of all, you're spelling wood wrong. It's WOULD, not WH. Question 6. Did you like the movie The Transporter? Question 7. Are you gonna get Metro Last Lights? Fucking good game. It got a 9 out of 10. It's a survival horror thriller game, and it has great scenes and detail as fuck. It feels so real. Question 8. I thought Dragon Ball Z Budokai Tenkaichi 3 was the best game. I never let it go. It was in my childhood. Question 9. What does Satan has to do with the Illuminati? Because I only hear stuff about the government. Oh, I'm going to get into depth with that. Those are my questions for today. Bye, Alex. P.S. That chair must be made out of wood, right? Because those things hurt your butt like a wall. Question 11. P.S. I'm losing my mind. PSS is SmackDown vs. Raw. WWE 13. Good, because I want to get it. PSS. Why do we have so much weird pencils? Because they all do the same. PSSSS. Why do people talk about the Illuminati when they're getting interviewed? PSSSSSS. What if you were in an episode of Family Guy and Peter and the chicken were fighting and they broke out the window and you were just walking into the street and you were like, ah, shit, and a mega white whale just fell out? Oh, my God. I don't know. Let me just answer your first question. To answer your first question, have I ever seen an angry dog? Yes, I have. I seen an angry red-nosed pit one time. That shit scared the holy bejesus out of me because once I saw him, he was like, "Arr, arr." I'm like, oh, what the fuck is demon dog? To answer your second question, I don't think so. I don't think Ryback is big and whatnot, but come on, dude, Taker would fucking mop the floors with this guy. And plus, I mean, we're not even talking about Taker's past. Taker's a legitimate fucking badass. Like, he done things in his past that only wrestlers know about, you know? So that guy has a reputation, and he would easily wax Ryback fucking without even trying. To answer your third question, the only reason why I think he's winning is because he's one of those guys where they just want to fucking push and push and push until he's all out of fuel. Yeah, watching John Cena gets boring because he's just the same old fucking guy. If John Cena turned heel, in which case he did, he turned his fucking foot. If John Cena were to legitly go heel and turn into a bad guy, then wrestling would be perfect because we're not gonna see the whole "you can't see me" and the whole hustle, loyalty, respect, and yeah, I do this for the people and I'm Superman, blah blah blah. Like, no, bitch. We want to see the old Cena. We want to see the fucking bad Cena. That's what we want to see, you know? Not this Cena. To answer your fourth question, I wrestle, I make fan mails, I make videos, I go to the gym, I have practice. How am I still alive? Well, pretty much, guys. I mean, like I said, I stay up until like the wee hours of the morning. I only get about 5 to 6 hours of sleep every single day. That's bad, you know? But I do it because I love what I do. And if I die doing it, like if I were to die tomorrow from overexhaustion, that's fine. At least I'll know that I'll have something to look back on and you'll have something to look back on. But until then, I'm going to keep going until the day I die. And that's just that. That's my final words. To answer your fifth question, what would I do if my friend got snatched by a crocodile? I would run up on that crocodile, and no lie, I swear to God, the first thing I would do is I would attack the crocodile's eyes. I would legitly, because I have a big hand, I would grab that croc's eyeball, and I would legitly either rip it out of its fucking eye socket, or I would squeeze it while it's in the eye socket and just pop that eyeball. I would squeeze his eyeballs first, you know, make sure the croc is blind. I mean, obviously it's so much pain, so the crocodile will release his hold. So, to answer your sixth question, did I see the movie The Transporter? Yes, I have. It's a very good movie. So just, I hope they make more because Jason Statham's a beast. To answer your seventh question, everybody's been telling me that. I'm actually going to go check it out now. I just got Resident Evil Revelations today, so I'm going to play that game and see what that's all about. But Metro Last Light, I'm definitely going to go check that out now that you're telling me it's a survival horror game. So thank you on that. To answer your eighth question, you fought Dragon Ball Z Budokai Tenkaichi 3, and it never left your childhood. Well, I don't see how's that, you know, much of a question. But to answer your ninth question, what does Satan have to do with the Illuminati? Satan has to do, you know, he has a big role. He has everything to do with the Illuminati. Do you want to know why? It's because they worship him. They worship Baphomet. They worship Satan. Some of these people that are in the Illuminati are a part of the Church of Satan. You know, they worship demonic entities and stuff like that. And it's actually on record, guys. They have proof on this. People actually expose them. So, for that, it's very evil and it's very maniacal. And it's not just our government. Remember, our government's bought and paid for by the mega corporations. So that's on record as well. So it goes deeper than what you think. To answer your last question, I guess, get WWE 13. It is a great game, definitely worth it. I mean, if I were you at this point, I would wait for WWE 14. But WWE 13 is a great fucking game. I ought to suggest you get it because you would not stop playing it. I didn't stop playing it either. I played that shit more than I played 12 and 11 and 10. But thank you for your question, man. On to the next question, which is from ALH Studios. Hello, Alex. I am back with more questions for you again this week. Sorry for the DBZ questions in advance, you bastard. Question 1. What do you think was the saddest moment in DBZ? Question 2. How do you think Mecha Frieza and King Cole were defeated in Future Trunks' timeline? Question 3. If Trunks got his sword from Tapion in Wrath of the Dragon, how did Future Trunks get his sword? Question 4. What do you think of Bills and Whis teaching Goku and Vegeta and the rest of the Z Fighters a new fusion, possibly a God fusion? Question 5. Say one of your favorite and funniest quotes from DBZ. Question 6. What legacy would you like to leave when one day you leave this earth? Good question. I like the last one. Thanks again for answering my questions, Alex. It's funny how I agree with pretty much all of your views and your fan mails. And sorry about the flickering and the speed of my videos. I hope to get all of those problems fixed for summer so that I can do something more in advance, modding videos. Anyways, thanks again. Have a nice day, Alex. All right, thank you, man. To answer your first question, the saddest moment. There were a lot of fucking sad moments. I think when Goku had to give his life and just sacrifice himself to, take Cell off the planet, that was pretty sad. Another one was definitely when the Elder Kai gave his life for Goku. That was very sad as well. Another one was when Gohan died right in front of Trunks. That was just heartbreaking. What would be another one? Oh, when Android 16 died. I think that was the most fucked up one out of all of them because he got his head smashed right in front of Gohan. So, to answer your second question, I think Mecha Frieza and King Cole were killed in Future Trunks' timeline by Goku. I'm sure at the time he made it back in time and he fought Frieza again, and I'm pretty sure he obliterated both of them. So that's how I think they both died. To answer your third question, that's actually a good question. It could be from Tapion, but instead of them having to go through with Hirudegan, he probably just saw him one day and, they had a connection and he pretty much just gave it to him. I mean, Tapion had to have had some sort of importance in the future in order for Trunks to obtain that sword. There has to be. Either Tapion was old and he found a worthy adversary or a worthy person to wield the sword, so he gave it to Trunks. Or maybe Tapion trained Trunks during the future timeline. You never know. To answer your fourth question, I mean, I believe you're right about the whole training thing with Bills and Whis, but teaching them a new fusion, I think he can only teach Goku and Vegeta that, not all the Z Fighters. I think what they're going to specify in is only if you're a Super Saiyan God, you can transform and become a fusion god. So, to answer your fifth question, say some of my favorite and funniest quotes. I don't remember any funny quotes, but serious quotes would have to be what is it? Let me see. I was the perfect warrior, cold and ruthless. I lived on my strength alone, uninhibited by foolish emotion. Another one would be what is it? He has stolen my honor, and his debts must be paid. Stuff like that. I mean, I really love that shit. So, and to answer your last question, what legacy would I love to leave behind? I would love to leave a legacy of hope, a legacy of entertainment, a legacy of people knowing that I was a good person and that I didn't do this for money or for whatever the case may be, that I did this because I loved it. Otherwise, I wouldn't have 1,000 videos and so forth. And, I want people to remember me as a good person, as a person who helped others, and as a person who pretty much had morals and standards, and a person who always had hope in society and humanity, and pretty much just a good person. I mean, if anybody could remember me for that matter, that would mean a lot to me, let alone anything else. But thank you for your question, man. Anyways, on to the next question, which is from Frozen Frenzy 39. Hey Alex, I'm one viewer from all the way over in the UK. You have inspired me to become a YouTuber, and it would mean a great deal if you could go look at my video I have left down below. Anyways, on to the questions. Question 1. What game capture card would you recommend for a new YouTuber? I am looking into some, and I saw the HD PVR2 review. Both you and Paul did it, and it got me thinking if I should get it or not. Would you be able to help me take this step? Okay. Question 2. Would you rather have Dragon Ball Raging Blast 2 or Dragon Ball Z Ultimate Tenkaichi 2? Don't you mean Dragon Ball Z Raging Blast 3? Personally, I would prefer Raging Blast 3 because of the Super Saiyan 3 Vegeta and Broly concept and fighting style on Ultimate Tenkaichi didn't appeal to me. Question 3. Would you ever play or revisit the Yu-Gi-Oh! Trading card game? Question 4. One day in the future, would you ever consider doing a versus against Paul or someone else? I think it would be cool for you to do both because it would show two perspectives of the same stories. Anyways, that's all I have. Oh, God, sorry about that. I'm having the hiccups. Anyways, that's all I have for this week. I hope that I sent this to the right place. You are honestly the best YouTuber I watch from the massive amount of YouTubers I watch. Shout outs required, wink wink. Shout outs to Frozen Frenzy. Alright, to answer your first question, definitely the HD PVR2. That's what I would recommend for you to get if you want to start off anywhere on YouTube. Certainly it's actually very, very good, and you can record PC games as well. You can edit your programs right then and there, so you don't need anything else. So the HD PVR2 is what I would recommend. To answer your second question, I would definitely recommend Raging Blast 3 just because I would like to see another concept of another what-if character, perhaps maybe Super Saiyan 3 Gogeta, Super Saiyan 3 Vegito, definitely incorporate Super Saiyan God, Bills, Whis, all that kind of good stuff. So definitely for me, I would definitely recommend that and suggest for them to make a Raging Blast 3 over Ultimate Tenkaichi 2. At least for me, to answer your third question, would I ever revisit Yu-Gi-Oh? Of course I would. As for the cards itself, not too sure about the cards. I'm kind of old for that, like the cards are way too different. They're different now, than they were back in the day. So for me, I would say the cards possibly not, but the games for sure. And to answer your fourth question, I'm already doing a battle with what's his face, Paul. So oh, and by the way, guys, the war is going to go down today. So for those of you out there that are watching this and do want to see this epic showdown happen, you might want to stay tuned and check it out because it's going to be awesome. What you mean by versus, I'm not really too sure on what you mean by versus. Like, in terms of video games, yeah, sure, I'll go against anybody. That's not really a problem as long as we're all doing it for good sportsmanship. But other than that, we're just going to have to wait and see what happens in the future, So, but thank you for your question, man. On to the next question, which is from... Hey Alex, it's me again. Boom. Alright, here we go. I've just been noticing your messages to play ZEQ2 Lite, man. I would love to play ZEQ2 Lite with you, man, but I've been very busy and paying attention to my studies and a lot more. I'm sure you're a cool guy, like you would understand, man. But anyways, question time. Definitely understand. School and studies have to come first. Alright, question 1. What do you think of John Cena? I don't like him. Question 2. Do you think that CJ will appear in GTA 5 like an Easter egg or something? I really hope so, because if we're going back to Grove Street, then there must be a CJ. No CJ, no Grove Street, dog. That's absolutely true. Question 3, I've heard in a few times in your videos that you are a wrestler. That's awesome, man. If I may ask, where can I watch your matches? Anyways, those are my questions, bud. And I would mostly be free on Fridays till Saturday. July, man. So if you're free at that time, the Doom will be waiting. Peace and wait. We're forgetting something. Fuck you, Will. All right, to answer your first question, John Cena. Cena. I respect him as a worker because he's a workhorse. He's actually done a lot for the business. His worth ethic is just amazing. But as a wrestler, I think he's trash. I think he sucks. I think this guy is way overrated. I think he's just a steaming hot pile of crap in the ring. I'd much rather prefer him as a heel over a face because as a face, it's just boring and it's just like, what are you doing? That every time I see John Cena, I say to myself, or I say in general, I'm just like, what are you doing, Cena? Like, you're embarrassing yourself. To answer your second question, CJ, I heard that they're gonna do a collector's edition, code where if you get the collector's edition of GTA 5, you're able to play as all of the original characters of Grand Theft Auto, which includes probably CJ, Tommy Vercetti, and Nico online. So, as for him appearing online, perhaps, but in the story, I'm really hoping so, actually. I'm hoping that either Trevor runs into him or Michael or Franklin, whatever the case may be. I hope somebody runs into him and we just get the old Carl, you know what I mean? That'd be pretty cool. And maybe we can even see Sweet, and a lot of other stuff. So, personally for me, it would be amazing. So, and to answer your last question, I always said it. The channel is called Evolution Chronicles. If you go to my main page and you click on the About section and you scroll down, you should see the page right there. Right there, you're going to see most of my matches. I haven't had a lot, so I'm trying to get myself booked so I can just, have more matches. But that's pretty much all I have, man. But thank you for your questions. And we must play ZEQ2 Lite together. I swear to God, like either this Friday or some shit, or maybe even today. I don't know. All right, on to the next question, which is from Luke Ramsey. Hey man, thanks for answering my questions. Question 1, I've noticed you have 40,000 subscribers and only got 1,500 views average or something. Does it worry you that having inactive subs? Question 2, when's DBZ Kai Boo Saga coming out? Question 3, come to Australia. You can come stay at my humble abyss. Oh, holy shit, that just sounds like that sounds like you live somewhere like in a cave or something. All right, question 4. Is there a pension or something for the new Dragon Ball Z series after the Battle Gods movie? If there isn't, you should make one. Question 5. I have an Illuminati / Freemason church thing near my house. Should I blow it up? Question 6. Do you play any musical instruments? Thanks, bro. God bless. P.S. I can bench 24 octillion tons. Oh my! How much you got? You can bench 24 octillion tons. I can bench 100 million octillion tons, buddy. Come at me. Come at me. Come at me. All right. To answer your first question, as for the subscribers, personally for me, I never thought in my wildest dreams that I would even get to 10,000 subs, let alone 40,000 subscribers. The view average, I don't really have a problem with it. To me, it means a lot if you guys actually watch my stuff to begin with. Inactive subscribers, that may occur here and there, and it's not a problem for me, at least. As long as I know that there's people supporting me and believe in what I believe in, then that's all fine and nifty. And just being on here, doing what I love to do is the number one thing that draws me back. I'm very thankful that I have 40,000 people, in which case there are 40,000 accounts that have subscribed to me and actually, care about my opinions and my voice, and that right there means so much more to me than anything else. To answer your second question, the Boost series for Kai, I heard that might come out later on this fall, if I'm not mistaken. I don't know how accurate that is, but they're saying it might come out this fall / winter, so we're gonna have to wait and see. I doubt it's gonna be as good as the original, but we can all hope and pray, can't we? To answer your third question, come to Australia. I would love to, but the thing is, it's money wise. Like having the expense to go all the way to Australia would cost me way more than anything else. I wish I can go. I am gonna go one day, but this year, probably not. And as for staying in your humble abyss, shit, is it like a nice humble abyss, or am I gonna get turned into like a human centipede type shit? You know what I mean? To answer your fourth question, there is no pension, and the reason why there isn't any yet is because first of all, we have to find out if there is a Battle of Gods coming out for the English. Coming out as a dub for used by English. So the DVD's dropping and whatnot, but I want to know if there's going to be a dubbed version, like an English version, and whatnot. And after that, that's all Akira Toriyama's move. He's going to announce whether he's going to continue or not. So, but he's going to have to, because remember, he has the 12 gods. So, to answer your fifth question, blow it up. That wouldn't be a good idea, because then everybody's going to be after you. But if I were you, I would use your 2 cents of thought, and I would do what every normal person would do if they saw an Illuminati Freemason person or church. And I think you know what that means, because instead of blowing it up, you should do something else in terms of catching their attention. Maybe walking in there and asking questions. That right there would draw them off big time. And to answer your last question, do I play any last musical question? No, I don't. I don't play any musical instruments. I used to play. What did I used to play? I tried playing the piano one time. Horrible. Just fucking horrible. Other than that, it's just no musical instruments at all. I'm not that, gifted in terms of being a musician. So, but thank you for your question, man. On to the next question, which is from Link 910. What's going on, bro? It's me again. You never really told me how you like those DBZ slow motion videos, but on to the questions. I actually saw a few of them. I think the best one that I saw was there's an AMV video called I Don't Care. It had like a whole bunch of mixtures of DBZ stuff. And just go type it up. Just type in I Don't Care song / AMV Dragon Ball Z, and it's just amazing. Great band, by the way. Question number 1: Wouldn't it be a good idea to make a women's WWE or women's World Heavyweight Championship? Say a woman like Karma was in the Money in the Bank and she won and cashed it in on WWE World Heavyweight Championship. Do you think this would be a good idea? Question 2: Do you think Jody Aries should get a death penalty? Question 3: Was Raw is War the era of wrestling? Wait, was Raw is War the era of wrestling to you? Oh, okay. Question 4: do you think we have a cure for AIDS and cancer and the government isn't telling anybody? Because why cure somebody in one day when you can treat them for a lifetime and make money? Thank you. I always fucking say that. Question 5: do you think that scientists will ever figure out a way to use stem cell research to regenerate or grow human body parts that were lost, like arms that were amputated or legs so people were paralyzed can walk again? Question 6: now that DBZ Battle of Gods reached this goal, do you think Akira Toriyama will follow up on this? Question 7: does all sex feel the same, or does it matter who you have sex with? Question 8: to you, what is the difference between love and infatuation? Question 9: are you more worried about doing things right or doing the right things? Well, those are my questions. Thanks for all the time and work you ever put into this. It's truly incredible. I always say keep it up. Much love and respect for you, bro. Thank you, man. To answer your first question, I mean, for Karma, it would work because she's a fucking heavyweight. You know what I mean? Like, for Karma, I can definitely see her doing it, but I can't see any other diva doing it. And they have to have, like, a legitimate, roster of women that can compete for that title, because if you're just going to have a bunch of little fairies in Karma, that's not really going to mix. So let's say, for example, she cashed in against Dolph Ziggler. It would be pretty cool, but how would that necessarily play off? You know what I mean? That's the question. It can go either way, but definitely for a person like Karma, it would definitely work. To answer your second question, unfortunately, I don't know who Jody is, so I can't really say. But tell me what he did. That's what I want to know, because if you're talking about death penalties, then he must have done something crazy. To answer your third question, I think that was the era of wrestling for me. Great storylines, great wrestlers, great stables, great tag teams, great altercations, great wrestling matches, great everything. And nowadays, all you have is CM Punk, the worst in the world, and fucking you got John Cena, you can't see me, Fruity Pebbles, bitch ass. I mean, that's just like, come on, man. Push Daniel Bryan, let him be the face of the damn WWE. Push people like Cody Rhodes and Ted DiBiase and all that shit, man. Stop fucking pushing the same people. But for me, that was definitely the era of wrestling. To answer your fourth question, absolutely, yes, I do. I do believe that they have the cure for AIDS and cancer, but they're not going to give it to us. Why? Because they're making a lot of profit off of it. It's very smart on their part, but they are going to get theirs one day, I swear to God. When they die, oh, they are going to meet their makers. It's just so fucked up how these people can have the cure for AIDS and cancer, but don't want to give it to everybody. I mean, for obvious reasons. Number one, they think that we're way too overpopulated. Which kind of makes no sense, because if people are complaining about there are no jobs or people to do jobs, well, wouldn't a increase in population stimulate that? You know what I mean? It makes no sense. But for me, I really do wish that one day they actually give out the cure for AIDS and cancer, because so many people have it, and unfortunately, so many people are dying for very, very simple things that can be cured by the government, but they choose not to. To answer your fifth question, honestly, I'm going to be very blunt with you. No. Regenerating an entire arm and leg, not in our lifetime. Definitely not in the next lifetime, and definitely not in the next lifetime. I don't see them doing anything like that until maybe like 150 to like 250 years from now, because we're talking about full body regeneration. Like that right there requires a lot of arithmetic, a lot of math, a lot of just biology and just kinesiology and all that shit. It's just like for a scientist to be able to like allow somebody to take something that can regrow a body part, that's just on a whole nother scale we're talking here. But do I think in the next 100 years they could advance their research and possibly come up with something that can make a paraplegic walk or make somebody, useful again? Yeah. But human regeneration, definitely not. Definitely not in our lifetime. I mean, it can't. Nah. To answer your sixth question, I hope Akira Toriyama follows up with this, because if he doesn't, he is one stupid man, because this right now is very popular within the wrestling, do you hear me? The Dragon Ball Z community, so it's definitely something to follow up on for sure. To answer your seventh question, not all sex feels the same. I can tell you that from experience. I think the best sex should be sex with a person that you're going to be married with. So, for example, wait until marriage. And the only reason why I say that is because people take advantage of that. So the value of love and the value of sex like just completely disintegrates itself because you're out there fucking a whole lot of people. I can raise my hand and plead guilty for that, because I do have a lot of sex with a lot of girls. You know what I mean? And I'm trying to like just completely abolish that, because I do want a family one day, and I do want to, start up my own, family and have a wife and whatnot. So, granted, I mean, during my lifetime, I've had a lot of, sexual experiences with females, and to me, I feel like that was my mistake, because I should have waited, honestly. But then again, I mean, to me, it's something that it's truly something special. But like comparing it now to when I get married, it's going to be even more special, because you're actually in love with this person, and that's the person that you're willing to die for. Whereas if you just have sex with a regular Joe, you're not willing to die for them. You know what I mean? That goes into your eighth question. What is the difference between love and infatuation? Infatuation is pretty much desire. It's lust. It's like you're so infatuated, but yet you're too ignorant to realize what's really going on. Whereas in love, no matter how crazy the person can drive you, no matter how happy that person can make you, you're always going to be there for them, stick up for them, fight for them, speak for them, everything, die for them, live for them. So that's the difference. Whereas in infatuation, you come to the realization that there are just some things in life that you must let go, and one of them would be going by what you see, because that's exactly what a lot of men go by, and I'm guilty for that, because I see a lot of pretty girls and I start thinking a kind of way, but I don't say anything, but I think a kind of way, and it's just like, oh man, it's infatuation, it's a big difference. And to answer your ninth question, both. I want to do things right, but I want to do them the right way as well. You don't want to do something right and then end up doing it wrong, and you don't want to do the right thing and then make it wrong, So for me, doing things right and, doing things the right way. At least for me, that's just my point of view. But thank you for your question, man. On to the next question, which is from Roy Strad Karate, man. Hey Alex, I'm going to ask you some questions. I'm sorry if they asked before, but I haven't been able to watch your fan mails lately because I've been busy with SKU. Well, you don't have any SKU in the summers, you better catch up to them. I'm gonna fuck you up, I swear to God. Alright, to answer your first question, let's see. Where do you see Google as a company in 5 years? Question 2, describe your perfect girl. Question 3, would you rather have a boring life where you can remember everything, or a super exciting life where you would forget everything you've ever done? P.S. I saw a picture of Bardock and Vegeta having sex. Whoa. Question. P.P.S. That just threw me off. Now I am traumatized. So am I. P.S. says, here's a link to that picture. Good God almighty. I do not want to see that shit. Anyways, to answer your first question, Google is a company. They're still going to be around in 5 years. Probably their share and their profit aren't going to be as high, but they're definitely going to be around. Google is a juggernaut, so that's just that. To answer your second question, the perfect girl for me, a girl who's not a slut, and that just says it right there. A girl who hasn't been around the neighborhood, if you know what I mean. A girl that can also be freaky in the bed, but at the same time, her characteristics define who she is. A strong, independent woman, smart, able to have fun, able to connect on all and any given level, able to have a sense of humor, able to realize that life isn't just based or characterized or even placed in a specific place. You know, you go out and you venture and you think outside the box. Definitely takes care of herself. You know, I don't like girls that have like yellowish teeth. That's just disgusting. You know, like good hygiene is always good. Takes care of herself, pedicures, manicures, whatever the case may be. Shave, for the love of God. Nobody wants to date Sasquatch. You know, take care of your hair. Just that's what I think girls ought to do in life, is just take care of themselves. You know, until they meet the right guy, they also have to take care of themselves then, and along with the guy, she's taking care of him, he's taking care of her. So to me, just a girl who's absolutely beautiful. And if we're talking physical wise, you know, obviously nice boobs, you know, a nice round butt and all that kind of stuff, nice hair, you know, characteristic wise, I just explained it. So that's the perfect girl for me. And I mean, I feel like there's, you know, a girl out there for everybody. So, and to answer your last question, definitely a boring life where I can remember everything, because even if it's boring, I can still remember the shit that I did. So, but thank you for your question, man. On to the next question, which is from Mr. Mohammed. Hey Alex, my name is Mohammed. I live in Canada, and you are truly my favorite YouTuber out there, and I admire you and your hard work and dedication to our subscribers. Thank you. I hope you read this fan mail in the next episode coming. All right, question 1. Is Paul your best friend? Question 2. How'd you meet Paul? Question 3. How is Eminem in the Illuminati? Question 4. Do you think that there'll be a zombie apocalypse? Question 5. Do you think we will go... What do you think you will do in the next Minecraft on PC server? I think you should do Hunger Games. Question 6. Are you going to buy another Minecraft server? Question 7. How the fuck do you Squid thing even start? PS. Fuck you, Squid! PS. No, you're an amazing ass YouTuber. Thank you. To answer your first question, yes, I do consider Paul one of my best friends, bar none. That kid is amazing. Actually, I consider more than just the best friend. He's like my brother, man. Question 2 is, how did I meet Paul? Long story. I met his mom. I used to work for his mom. I didn't know that she had a son named Paul. She introduced me to a son named Paul. Bam, me and Paul clicked last July. To answer your third question, how is Eminem in the Illuminati? It's simple. Go listen to his song called My Darling. Go listen to half of his songs that he comes out with. He always talks about selling his soul. He always talks about getting out of the game. He always talks about Satan, Lucifer, Baphomet, all that shit. He always wants to get out, always fighting with his demons, you know, and shit like that. So, Eminem has a lot of, Illuminati, things going on for him, if you want to say. I'm sure deep down inside he wants to get out of it, but for him, I think it's way too late, man. To answer your fourth question, do I think there'll be a zombie apocalypse? Sadly, I do. That may be such a silly thought or silly, opinion, but in my opinion, I think there'll be a zombie apocalypse one day, and if that shit happens, Mr. Muhammad, you better prepare yourself, because this would be something that you have never, ever even imagined. Granted, we play zombie games and whatnot, but this would be on a whole nother scale. This would be real life shit, especially if they can sprint, if they can run. Oh man, I don't know about you, man, but I'm just gonna, I don't even want to think about that, because as fun as it may be, it would be horrifying, because what if they catch you? To answer your fifth question, what will we do? We will fight the Ender Dragon, and then after we fight the Ender Dragon, we're going to do a sort of zombie apocalypse scenario. How ironic that you just said that. Where I'm going to spawn thousands and thousands and thousands of zombies, and we're all going to try to spawn in one little location, and then when we spawn, if the zombies attack us, we're all going to split up, build our own fortifications, and pretty much battle the living dead. So yeah. To answer your sixth question, am I going to buy another Minecraft server? I'm not going to tell you that. You want to know why? Because I'm saving something for August. So... hint, hint. And to answer your last question, how did this fuck you squid shit started? Definitely South Park. I saw one time that they went fishing and one of the Chinese men go, look at whale. So I was like, oh shit, F you squid. So that's how I pretty much started. So, but thank you for your question, man. On to the next question, which is from J Bose. Hey Alex, love your work. You're my favorite YouTuber ever. You should have 1 million subscribers. Thanks for sitting in that horrible chair of yours. You rock. Now onto the questions. If you can help spread this video to your friends, man, maybe then I'll have 100 million billion subscribers. But here we go. Question 1. Would you like Vegeta to start winning some DBZ fights? Question 2. Do power levels really matter in DBZ? Question 3. What is your favorite vacation spot? Question 4. How is Los Angeles? I really want to go there. Los Angeles? I've never been there. Question 5. Would you rather be the president or a science genius? Question 6. What are your thoughts on Super Saiyan God? Question 7. What is your favorite Apple device? Thanks for answering these. PS. Fuck you, Paul. Fuck you, Yamcha. Go Team Alex. Hell yeah, all the way, Mr. Lee. All I do is learn, no matter what. All right, to answer your first question, absolutely. Bar none, Vegeta should definitely start winning fights, because if he doesn't, that's just degrading. To answer your second question, power levels don't really matter to me, at least. But in a sense, they kind of do, because it actually... makes it just comes up with its own line in the sand, so to say, where you're able to tell the difference between somebody who's strong and somebody who's weak. To answer your third question, what is my favorite vacation spot? I haven't been on vacation in a long time, but if I had to say, it'd probably be Alabama. To answer your fourth question, I've never been to Los Angeles, so I can't really say. To answer your fifth question, what would I rather be? I would probably be the president, because then I would have access to all the secret shit, and I could do some fucking, epic ass shit. Like I can take a shit in Burger King and get away with it, you know what I mean? To answer your sixth question, what are my thoughts on Super Saiyan God? Great concept, great eulogy, great story behind it, but the actual form looks stupid. Instead of having red hair and looking normal, how about you look like a fucking Super Saiyan 4, except you have gold hair, gold fur, gold aura, white eyes and all that kind of shit. That'd be pretty cool. And to answer your seventh question, what is my favorite Apple device? It is the iPhone, of course, because that's all I have from Apple, so can't really say anything else on that. But thank you for your question, man. On to the next question, which is from the sushi guy, 6969. Now, I wonder why he put 6969. Hey, Alex, I just want to say thank you for getting me through tough times, man. Seriously, you bring hope in my life, not just because of your videos, but because you actually help other people by giving them great and positive advice. And for that, man, God bless you. No other YouTuber does it like you. They are all money whores. Anyways, on to the question. Wow, that really, thank you, man. I'm glad that I can make a difference in your life. Question 1, what are your thoughts on Freddy vs. Jason 2? Do you think that they should bring in Michael Myers in the film or Ash from Evil Dead? Which do you think will make more sense? Question 2, do you think Apple is a bigger competitor to Sony and Microsoft than anyone else? Also, do you think they will ever come out with their own console? Question 3, if the movie The Purge was real, what would you do? Oh, shit. Question 4, do you think Call of Duty Ghosts will flop based on its reveal and its interviews? It lacks emotion and heart, unlike Battlefield 4 and even Black Ops 2, which I think Black Ops 2 will be better than Ghosts. Question 5, what are your plans for the summer? Thanks for answering, man. Truly means a lot to me knowing that you are always giving back to us since day one. Thank you, man. To answer your first question, Freddy vs. Jason 2, I would love to see that. I would love to see both Michael and Ash in it, but if I had to pick one, then I would say Michael Myers, man, because they can do that and follow that up, with Jamie Lee Curtis playing Michael's sister, and they can do like they could do the whole Halloween shabacle before Jamie Lee Curtis dies, you know what I mean? So that, to me, that would make a lot more sense, because Michael gets to go looking for his sister while Freddy Krueger is hunting his sister while Jason is hunting Freddy. So that right there would just be like the ultimate badass movie. I mean, you're gonna have 3 horror icons just battle it out. I mean, how awesome would that be? To answer your second question, I do think so, because Microsoft did admit that they're more worried about Apple than Sony. Apple is very big as a company, and their profits are through the roof. And as for them making a gaming console, I don't think so. But even if they did, I think it would suck, because it would be more like the iPad. I mean, they wouldn't have any games, for them getting into the gaming business. That would just, oh my God, it'd be laughable for me. To answer your third question, if the movie The Purge was real, what would I do? Every night or every year when the Purge shit would actually go down, I would barricade my fucking house. I would make sure that I fortify that shit, that I have weapons and food. And if somebody wants to come in and have a rude, just a rude day, then I'll make sure I give it to you. That's just all I'm saying. And to answer your fourth question, I do agree Ghosts will flop, because they even mentioned in an interview where graphics weren't important. And that's just so stupid, because why wouldn't graphics be important to a video game? It does lack emotion. It does lack a lot of things. All they did was include a dog, and I'm still going to get it, but will it be better than Battlefield 4? Absolutely not. And the only reason why I think Ghosts would be better, because the only reason why I think Black Ops, would be better than Ghosts is because of zombies, bar none. And to answer your last question, what are my plans for the summer? Beach, working out, practice, wrestling matches, more wrestling, working, YouTube girls, going outside, going to vacation, giveaways, more Let's Plays, having fun in the summer, in the beach again, with girls again, hanging out with friends, all that stuff. I mean, it's the summertime. Who the fuck wouldn't want to hang out? But thank you for your question, man. On to the next question, which is from Creature143. Hey, Paul, I just want to ask you some. What the hell? Better than. Oh my God. All right, not very good. Joking. Calm down. You are both good. Okay. All right, here we go. Question number 1. What do you think of transgender people changing sex? Question 2. What are some hidden talents that most people don't know about you? Question 3. If you were stranded on an island alone with Mila Kunis. Oh my God. Yes. What would you do? Swink face. I mean, what wouldn't I do with this woman? Question 4. If you were about if you were to become president, what rules would you enforce? Question 5, did you like the songs I gave you by Five Finger Death Punch? Question 6, would you rather a chubby woman, more of a cushion for the pushing, or a skinny person that you would enter her oh my god. Anyways, question 7, how many real girlfriends have you had, meaning girls if you actually loved and cared for? Question 8, would you rather live alone for the rest of your life or be with a woman that keeps nagging and yelling at you and all that, asking for return is sex? Wait. Wow. Question 9, will you ever play any Jack and Daxter game? You should give them a go. They are great. Question 10, what are your views on the KKK, the Ku Klux Klan? That's it for now. Thanks again. Keep on rocking. P.S. Fuck the Illuminati, piece of shit people. Fuck yeah, I agree with you on that, man. To answer your first question, transgender people. All right. That's just hilarious. All right. If you're a guy, right, why would you chop your dick off and replace for a vagina? And replace for something that isn't even remotely close to a vagina? Why would you do implants on your pectoral muscles and add these styrofoam-looking pieces of crap underneath your pectoral muscles and changing your features and just why? Why? I don't understand that. You're a fucking guy. You were born a male with a dick. You don't just go off and say, well, I want a vagina. Dude, you're not even a real fucking... If you're a guy who turns into a girl, you're not even a real woman. You are the pure definition of fake. Why would you do that to yourself? Number one, you're mutilating yourself. What example are you setting? Oh, it's who I am. No, it's not. You're a fucking guy. Be a man. Don't be a freaking barbarian. And for a woman, if you're a woman, why would you want to ruin your luscious, beautiful body? You want to look like a man? Have you seen men? They look like barbarian cavemen. Is that what you want to look like? Do you want to look like a fucking barbarian? Do you want to look like a caveman? Freaking adding something. I don't even know if they add dicks to women, but Jesus, why would you do that to yourself? And then removing those breasts that support life for children and pretty much sexually aroused men, and if you're into women, I guess, but what the hell is wrong with those people? I mean, transgender. I'm a woman who's deep down inside, I'm a man. No, you're fucking not. Shut the hell up. If I ever saw a transgender walk up to me and say, hey, I was once a man, but now I'm a woman, I'd be like, bitch, no, you're fucking not. You're a man that just chopped off your dick and you added styrofoams in your chest. You're still a man. Beneath all that, you're still a fucking guy. When you die and your body's in the coffin, all we're gonna see is fucking surgical utensils in there. And styrofoams and shit like that. It's fucking horrible. Why would you be a transgender in the first place? Why? Because you want to fit a certain persona? That's fine and all. Whatever, it's your life. I'm not God. I'm not going to judge you. I mean, I don't really give a damn about transgender. It just, this isn't really judging. This is pretty much questioning them. It's like, why would you change yourself? That's the question. Why? Because you're uncomfortable? I mean, you can always work that out alone. I mean, that's what I never understood. It's like, well, why are you doing that to what example are you setting for children and for other people? And then I know a lot of people might say, oh, I don't give a fuck, I don't really care. Yeah, you do care, otherwise you wouldn't be fucking doing what you're doing. I mean, you obviously care and stand up for something, right? But transgender people, for me, I don't have a problem with them. They never really approached me in any way, and I hope to God they never do. But damn, it's like, for me, I look at transgender people as, what a hell. That's it. Just what that's my opinion on transgender people. Just one simple word. What? That's it. Just what? To answer your second question, what are some hidden talents? Well, I mean, I discovered these talents on my own. Number one would be speech. I never knew I can talk for this long and talk so engaging and just be engaging in general. I always thought that I couldn't really speak in front of people because I'll be shy and whatnot. Another talent would be my workout ethics. I'm just like, when it comes to the gym, man, I never thought I would be as talented as I am in the gym, but I can hold my own in there, so that's another talent. But other than that, I mean, it's just, I pretty much just the basics. I mean, I don't have any unique talents like I can fucking, fly or some shit. But yeah. To answer your third question, what would I do with Mila? Oh my god, the first thing I'd do is I would rip those panties off with my teeth, and I would go in there like a shark looking for bait. I'm telling you right now, I would go in there and I would get that woman pregnant like 50,000 times. That's the first thing I'd do. Oh my god, we would go make love on the island. To answer your fourth question, if I became president, what rules would I enforce? All right, number one, my first rule would be if anybody commits a war crime, you are exiled from the country or you are punishable by life in prison without any parole, without anything, solitary confinement, 23 hours in the hole. Another thing would be abolishing marijuana and drugs, because that shit fucks us up. I know. All right, you know what? For those of you out there who are like, man, I smoke weed, that shit don't do nothing to me. Listen, man, I never told you guys this before, but I used to smoke a lot of weed, a lot. And guess what it did for me? Absolutely nothing. It just made me tired, it made me hungry, and it made me fucking like it was. I was horrible in the gym. When I went back in the gym, my stamina was gone, everything was gone. Because what does marijuana do for you? You get this little high for like a couple hours. You get hungry, you eat, and you go to sleep. Why do you think America's so fucking obese? I got the munchies. You know how many times I freaking ate an entire box of pizza by myself with my boys when we were all around just chilling, having a blunt? You didn't do anything productive. I didn't do anything productive. I just sat around like, hey, guys. I mean, we had some very interesting conversations, let me just say. But other than conversations, that's it. It doesn't benefit you. You're not benefiting other people. You're not doing something positive. You're not doing something impactful. You're not, representing anything in life. You're just sitting there on your ass, just smoking some grass. I mean, what the fuck, man? Like, die a legend than rather dying a bum. That's what I'd say. I don't have anything against marijuana. I don't have anything against it. I did it one time. That was in the past life, whatever. I didn't just do it one time. I did it. Oof, my God. But, like I said, you learn to grow up. That's all I got to say. I mean, there are other more important things than that. And trust me, one day some of you guys may realize that. To answer your fifth question, yes, I have. I actually downloaded them to my iPhone. Thank you very much for that. I actually want to listen to songs that, have like a Linkin Park sort of disturbed feeling to it. So, to answer your sixth question, I would say a chubby woman, because like you just said, more cushion for the pushing, right? So, to answer your seventh question, how many real girlfriends have I had? I'm not gonna lie to you guys. I had multiple, women in my life. I've done a lot of things with a lot of girls. I mean, let's just say. But real girlfriends, I'll probably say 3 in my entire life. One of them I really, really cared for until she just went off her own way. And the other 2 I really did care for as well. But, things don't go a certain way, so you just learn to move on as a man, To answer your 8th question, I would say alone, because why would she be nagging at me and yelling at me all the time? And, actually, I would rather be with the woman, because if all she asks for is sex, then fuck it. I mean, you can nag all you want. Just, I know one way that'll shut you up. You know what I'm saying? That's just me. Being alone is the worst. No matter how good you think it is, and no matter how positive you think it is, just give it some time, you'll kick in. To answer your 9th question, I would if I had a PS3, man. That's what I'm saying. I would if I had a PS3. To answer your 10th question, what are my views on the Ku Klux Klan? Who cares about them? They're just bigoteds. They're just, racist. I mean, they're bigoted racists. They're bigots. They're bigots and they're racist. I mean, why would I want to affiliate with people like that? I was raised and born in Brooklyn. I've been raised by Spanish and black people, and as well as my own, white people as well. But not those kind of white people like, where, brother, we gotta go out there and we gotta shoot all. No, fuck that shit, man. It's all about equality, man. In terms of race, just fucking learn how to cope with people. But thank you for your question, man. On to the next question, which is from M. Bob Z. Hello, Alex. I have some questions for you. Question 1. Do you know the game Arctic Combat? It's like a copy of COG. Hope you can try it out. Don't worry, it's free. Question 2. When did you meet Paul? Question 3. How did you meet Paul? P.S. Keep up the good work. All right, I never heard of Arctic Combat, number 1. But if it's like COG, I'll give it a try if it's actual game. So, to answer your second question, when did I meet Paul? Last July. How did I meet Paul? Like I said in the previous answer, I met him through his mama. I know his mama, so I met him through there. But thank you for your question, man. On to the next question, which is from Curtis Amber. Hey, you. Yeah, you with the face. Okay, I know you ain't talking to me because, I don't have a face. I'm Voldemort, bitch. No, I'm just kidding. Ha ha ha. What's up, Alex? Big fan. I finally grew the balls to message you. Oh, wow, really? So here it goes. All right. First of all, I like to start off by saying the reason why Broly's Super Saiyan form has blue hair in the first movie because he was being mind controlled, crowned by his dad on him. In the second movie, he was gold. Oh, his hair was gold. Okay. Question 1. In your last question of answers, you said you were against abortion, but what is the child is gonna have spinal meningitis and will only live up to age 4 and go through a shitload of pain? I believe in abortion, but only to a limit. I hate the people who don't know how to use a condom. Question 2. I'm starting to get into MMA. I dream of being UFC one day. Any advice for training and eat the right stuff? Yes, I do. Question 3. How come DBZ people overlook Tien as the strongest human? Thank you. I know, right? He held down his own against second form Cell and beat Goku in the tournament once. Exactly, dude. Question 4. I realize that Shawn Michaels is your favorite wrestler. Same here, man. What is your favorite moments by him? Mine are when he came back to WWE on Raw and joined the NWO. My second match with Triple H at SummerSlam, I believe, when they knocked each other out. That's true. Anyways, that's it for now. P.S. Fuck you, Brock. Fuck you, Will. Fuck you, Yamcha. Fuck you, Cena. And fuck you, really? Fuck me. All right. To answer your first question, people who don't use condoms, they're doing something wrong in life. That's why you see a lot of children with no fathers. This is a fatherless world. You know what I mean? And that's the problem. A lot of men are not using any protection, and therefore they get a girl pregnant, and the girl has no other choice sometimes but to get abortion. As for having disorders and whatnot, honestly, this is my opinion. Listen to me. If I was a girl, right, and I knew that I was carrying a seed, and the guy was like a stranger, or he raped me, or whatever like that, and I gave birth to it, and pretty much it had deformities or whatever, or it was dying, I would much rather it die on its own than knowing that I went through with the murder. You know what I mean? As cruel as that may seem, you have to look at it from a certain standpoint. Like, you allowed that child to be killed because you gave permission. You pretty much said, go in there and kill it for me because I don't want to do it. You know what I mean? I would much rather it die on its own, even though I hate saying that, because at least I know that, number one, I didn't kill it. I loved it so much that I actually gave it the opportunity to live. But this world, man, I want you one day just to stop and think. Just stop and think about how cruel this world is, man. And all I'm trying to do is one little YouTuber trying to make a difference, make you guys laugh, make you guys smile, make you guys have critical thinking, inform you guys. I'm trying to make the world a better place. I mean, granted, I cuss a lot and I really do hate it, but my goal on here is to do that. I don't really care about money. I don't really care about fame. What the fuck does that mean to me? Nothing. I care about making a difference, and I care about making friends. That's what's important to me. And it's a cruel world, man. You can't really deny that. To answer your second question, MMA. All right, I took Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu in 2010. This is how it's gonna play off. Your dream is to become in the UFC one day, right? My dream is to become in the WWE. You need support, right? From your friends, from your family, from strangers. I support you. I mean, I know you can do it, even though deep down inside you may know you not. For example, what I mean by that is there are times where you are going to start bashing yourself, saying, I can't do it, it's impossible. UFC is no joke, man. You really have to have, a rep for that, and you have to have a record in terms of professional fights. Just like me, I have to have a record of wins, losses. I have to have a professional wrestling record and a rep. For you, training, lots and lots and lots and lots of cardio, my friend. Lots of running, lots of strength training in terms of push-ups, sit-ups. You have to build your core. You have to run. Dude, I'm telling you, MMA and wrestling is all about fucking cardio. You blow up once, that you're done. You're game over for you. In terms of eating right, knock everything out the ballpark. No snacks, no soda, no fatty foods, no fast food, no cheeseburgers, no pizza, no greasy ass fucking chicken, no nothing. Straight up carbs, protein. Take all that in, pasta, whole wheat. That shit will do you good. I'm telling you right now. To answer your third question, I guess the only reason why they oversee him is because they don't feel like he's worthy enough, to be placed in the realms of like Krillin or whatever, because Krillin has more of a role than Tien. That's what I think the emphasis goes for. But I do think Tien is like the strongest one. There ain't no denying that. But and to answer your fourth question, my favorite moments from Shawn Michaels, one of them was when he fought The Undertaker at WrestleMania 25. I think that was the best match I ever saw in my entire life. The second one was pretty much when he was going up against Ric Flair. I really loved that. The DX things were cool too, but I think that was way better back in the day. I love this feud with the Ministry of Darkness and like Stone Cold back in the day and The Rock. Those were his heydays. So I really love that a lot. So, but thank you for your question, man. On to the next question, was from Daily148. Hey, Unreal, this is my first time writing to you for Fan Mail of the Week, and I'm from Pilache, Mississippi. I can't say the first word, but you are from Mississippi. All right, here we are with a question for you. Question 1. Do you like better the old Brock Lesnar or the new Brock Lesnar? Question 2. Did you read fan fiction? Question 3. If you can change one thing in DBZ, what would it be? Question 4. What is your greatest fear and why? Question 5. Do you know what totem animals is, or if you don't know, then research. It will help you with a lot of problems in life. Question 6. What is the scariest or weirdest thing that has ever happened to you? Question 7. Have you heard of an anime called Black Butler? Butler. Sorry, what the hell am I talking about here? I'm on drugs. Question 8. What were your favorite cartoons as a kid? Question 9. If you could have any animal as a pet, what would it be? Question 10. If you could have sex with anybody with no consequences, who would it be? Question 11. Last question. Did you watch any Digimon as a kid? Thanks for reading my questions. I also have been spreading the word to my friends and family about the Illuminati, and they finally have a blessed day. Thank you, man. To answer your first question, right off the bat, the old Brock Lesnar, he was the shit. The new Brock Lesnar sucks. He's a piece of shit. The old Brock Lesnar was better. That's just that. To answer your second question, I haven't, but I'm going to go on today. To answer your third question, what would I change about DBZ? I would change Vegeta losing a lot. I would actually make him win a lot. I would actually incorporate Super Saiyan 3 for him. I would actually make him a badass rather than make him a bitch. To answer your fourth question, get greatest fear, definitely giant mega tsunamis. Like if there's like a giant wall of water heading toward like a certain place and I was there, that's one of my biggest fears. And heights, because like I just am terrified of heights to the max. Question 5. I don't know any totem animals. I mean, I just don't know anything about that, so I can't really answer your fifth question. I'm sorry. To answer your sixth question, my scariest and weirdest things that happened to me, there was one scary moment when I had a dream that I was nuked in the city, and pretty much as I was running away from the blast, I got on my hands and knees and I prayed to Christ and I prayed to God, and the next thing you know, like as I can hear the blast getting louder and louder and louder. And then it finally hit me. And the moment the blast hit me, I woke up. And I swear to you, it felt like my soul was going to leave my body. Because I never felt any pain like that before. My chest contracted. I felt like there was something leaving me, you know. Whether it be my soul, whether it be whatever it was. It freaked me out so much that I woke up right after the blast hit me. Sweaty. My chest was like contracted. I felt like there was something like being lifted from me. So I got really scared. To answer your seventh question, have I ever heard of Black Butler? Nope, never have. And that's just that. To answer your eighth question, favorite cartoons as a kid, definitely Mighty Morphin, Power Rangers, Godzilla, Digimon, Pokemon. What else? Dragon Ball Z for sure. What else? Johnny Bravo, Powerpuff Girls. I mean, fuck it. Ed, Edd and Eddy. Dexter's Laboratory. You know, shit like that was my favorite, you know, you can never recreate that, you know, Doug, Hey Arnold, you know, what else, Dragon Tales. I mean, when I was a kid, I used to watch everything, bro. To answer your ninth question, if I could have any animal as a pet, what would it be? I would have one of three. I would want to have a lion, because lions look cool. I would want to have a tiger, because tigers are just also cool and badass looking. And I would also like to have, like, a gorilla, but, like, a friendly gorilla, like a gorilla that's not angry or bloodlustful. It's just a beautiful creature, you know. To answer your 10th question, who would I have sex with if there were no consequences? I mean, who wouldn't I with? I'd have it with Mila Kunis. I would have one with Kim Kardashian. I'd do it with freaking, who else would I do it with? Megan Fox. I mean, all of them. And to answer your 11th question, did I watch Digimon as a kid? Yes, I did. That was like one of the best, especially the first season. That was the best. But thank you for your questions, man. Anyways, guys, that concludes it for today's episode of Fan Mail of the Week. I apologize if I did not get to everybody's question. I have a lot of things to do today, so I hope you all understand. But like I said before, I will be back next week with more fan mail. Guys, if you watched the beginning of my video, please, if you guys help me get to 10,000 views on one of these fan mails, whether it be this one, the next one, whatever the case may be, I am going to do the longest fan mail that you've ever seen for you guys. So I hope that really happens. On that note, guys, like I just said, I'll be seeing you all next week. I hope you all take care, and stay tuned for more. Peace!